Okay, so that day we have already discussed about the pH value, right? Ruth, am I audible to you? Just like say yes or no, whatever. Okay, so this is the importance of pH in everyday life. What is the importance of pH in everyday life? Do you know? Do you know or not? Okay, so our body works. Our body works within the. Our body works within the pH range of 7.0 to 7.8. Am I correct? Ruth, am I correct?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So where are you?
Ma'am, I
Okay.
can't hear you
Our
properly.
body. Now you can hear me?
Ma'am, your voice is better.
My voice is lagging. Okay. Is it okay now? You come online back, please. Okay. So our body works within the pH range of 7.0 to 7.8. And what is 7.0 to 7.8? Ruth, what is 7.0 to 7.8? After 7, 7 is the neutral
Yes.
one. Yeah? What?
Yes. Ma'am, is it basic?
It's basic. 7 is the neutral one, and after 8, 9, sorry, yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all are the basic. So here our body works within the pH range of 7.0 to 7.8. It means our blood nature is also basic. Our blood nature is basic. Okay. So we are discussing this. Okay. Importance of pH in everyday life. So now living organisms can survive only in a narrow range of pH change. Okay, and now the important one is when pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, it means it is a acid rain, है ना? And why this rain is called acid rain? Do you know? Any idea that why first rain
Because
always
it is a
called?
low pH.
Yes, because it is low pH, and in pollution there is a fume present consists of CO2, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, sulfuric oxide, sulfuric oxide, which go up in the cloud and mixed with the water droplets. That's why these types of the gas, the carbon dioxide, nitrogen and sulfuric oxide, with the help of these our rain becomes acidic because these go up and mixed with the water droplets of that rain, and makes my rain acidic because like my acidic thing is below 7 and also it's 5.6, it means it's acidic. Okay, now first rain always contains what? Acid, like it will affect our skin, affect affect our skin, crops, and also the monuments. है ना? First rain always affects our skin, our crop, and our and also the monuments. Do you know how monuments are affected by the acidic? Like Taj Mahal? Any idea, Ruth, that how monuments are affected by the acidic rain? With the help of the acidic
Corrosion.
rain, the huh?
Corrosion.
What?
Corrosion.
Yeah, corrosion. Yes, very good. So, with the help of acidic rain, these things get affected, and you already got it. Like how, why first rain is always called the acidic rain. Now, see here. Plants and animals are pH sensitive. Living organisms can survive only with a narrow range of pH change. Means a body works normally within a pH range of 7.0 to 7.8. Our body is more basic in nature. When pH of rainwater goes below, then it's called the acid rain. Very easy. And when acid rain flows into the rivers, it lowers the pH value of the river and makes survival of aquatic life difficult because that rain consists of acidic nature and acidic is harmful for the living organism. Okay? Now, pH of the soil. Every type of plant requires a specific pH range for healthy growth. Obviously, therefore, the nature of soil is known first by testing its pH and then a particular crop is grown in it. Okay, now what is pH in our digestive system? So, okay, first let's talk about this part. What is this? This is the tooth decay. है ना? This is our teeth. Okay, now what is tooth decay? Any idea what is tooth decay, Ruj? Now, see what happens mostly in night. What happens? See, most of the people don't wash their teeth and they usually go to sleep, right? So now the bacteria will come and eat their food which is present in the teeth, the remaining foods, है ना? And there is a see. Let's say this is my teeth. Okay, this is my teeth, and there is a one covering in our teeth. Let's say no, not like this. Wait. Okay, so this is my teeth, and in my teeth only there is one type of covering. And what's the covering of the teeth called? It's called a tooth enamel. It's called a tooth enamel. Okay, so there is a covering in our teeth. The covering is also of shiny. It's of shiny dye. Okay. Now it is the this covering is the hardest substance of our body, and this covering is made up of calcium phosphate. Calcium phosphate. This covering is made up of calcium phosphate. Okay, so what will happen now? The bacteria will eat your food and they will produce acid. Bacteria will eat your food and bacteria will produce what? Bacteria will produce the acid. Okay, getting it? Till here you got?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So the bacteria will eat your food and they'll produce acid. And what will happen? The acid, see, bacteria will produce acid, and there is a one covering in our teeth which is called a tooth enamel, and tooth enamel is made up of calcium phosphate. So what will happen next? The acid will react to calcium phosphate. Acid will start reacting with the calcium phosphate. Acid will react with calcium phosphate and acid will corrode it. Okay, just like the Taj Mahal part. And here, same same for our teeth. Acid will start corroding our this layering the shiny covering part of our teeth. Okay, so what will happen? The layer which was there, it will gone. Means this shiny part will gone, and you will left with this blackish thing, because now the bacteria start eating your food, which is there in the deep inside. Means obviously bacteria will start eat, and it will remove the covering part, so it will start reacting with your main teeth. Okay, that's why your teeth will look like some this blacky part here. Okay, now you got it, how you got the toothache. So we should, at least do brush at least 2 times a day. One morning and another one is at the sleeping time. So this is the tooth decay. In our teeth there is a covering which is known as the tooth enamel, and this covering is made up of the calcium phosphate, and bacteria is present in our teeth, which will the bacteria will eat our remaining food, and then bacteria will release acid, and later on what will happen, the acid will react with the calcium phosphate, and acid will corrode it. Acid will corrode our shiny covering layer of our teeth. Okay, and toothpaste which we use, Colgate or anything, Babool. So toothpaste is a basic, and only a base can remove an acid, है ना? Toothpaste which we use is a base, mild base, is a mild base, and only base can remove the acid. That's why we apply toothpaste in our teeth to remove all the bacteria from our teeth. Okay, got it? This part, the tooth decay part, here. It should be done. Yeah. pH change leads to tooth decay. Tooth enamel is of the cause I've already told, and this is the what?
Good evening, ma'am.
Shazan?
Yes, ma'am. What happened?
No, nothing. Who told good evening right now?
What, ma'am?
You told good evening.
Yes, I did. Sir?
Okay. Okay, let it be. See, this part everyone got? pH change leads to tooth decay. So tooth enamel is made up of the calcium phosphate. Okay, 1 second. Yeah.
Ma'am, your
Tooth
voice is
decay.
breaking.
Now also my
Ma'am,
voice
it's not
is
coming
breaking.
properly, ma'am.
Okay, you come back online maybe.
Ma'am, my internet is okay.
Okay, Rudra, my voice is breaking. Hello, Rudra, my voice is breaking. Okay, wait, let me come online back.
Ma'am, now it's little bit.
Oh, you just joined? Okay, so we are discussing about the importance of pH in everyday life. See, what is the importance? Okay, so first point is our body works within the pH range of 7.0 to 7.8. Means my body blood is basic in nature. Okay, and the second point is, just a minute. Yes, and the second point is when pH of the rainwater, why we call first rain as acid rain. Do you know, Shazan?
Oh, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, you
Okay.
can explain.
Chalo, I'll explain. When pH of the rainwater is less than 5.0, then we call that rain as a acidic rain. And why acidic rain? Because what happens in pollution, there is a fume present, right? And that fume is consist of a carbon dioxide, the nitrogen oxide, the sulfuric oxide, and I'm sorry for the disturbance. So what will happen? That oxide, the CO2, nitrogen, and the sulfuric oxide will see. These are the gas. Okay, so what will happen, these gas will go up and mix with the water droplets, and it will, and this type of gases will make my water droplets uh, what effect. That's why the first rain is always called the acid rain, and acid rain always, affect our skin, our crop, and our monuments. Okay, okay. Now,
Yes.
this no, you can go through this
Yes,
point.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Okay, so here see, leaving this only the same thing. The body works normally with a pH range of 7.0 to 7.8. When pH of rainwater goes below, it's called the acid rain, and when acid flows into the rivers, what will happen? It makes, you know life difficult for the aquatic, like for the fishes, for the different type of fishes. It makes the life difficult because that rain is a acidic rain. Okay, and now what is the pH of the soil? Every type of this you go through. Okay, now let me teach you this. What is the tooth decay? Okay, so here, what is the tooth decay? Mostly in night, what happens? कि most of the people don't wash their teeth and they sleep, है ना? So our tooth is what? This is, let's say this is my tooth, and in my teeth there's a covering, and that covering is known as the tooth enamel, and this covering is made up of the calcium phosphate. Okay, so this covering is a shiny covering. Okay, and this is made up of a calcium phosphate, and if we will not brush at night and we'll go to sleep, then what will happen? Then the bacteria will come and eat our food. The remaining foods it will eat, and the bacteria will produce the acid. Okay, so here this is the acid, this is the calcium phosphate. So the bacteria which produce the acid, now the acid will react with the calcium phosphate, and acid will corrode it. Means acid will corrode our teeth. तब मेरा teeth जो है, what will happen? Then this blacky things will happen in our teeth. ठीक है, and what is the use of the toothpaste? Toothpaste is a mild basic, and the base, and what will happen? And only the base is there which can remove the acid. So we use the toothpaste to remove the bacteria from our teeth. Okay, got it? See here, the calcium and the tooth enamel. Just a the this is only the same point that tooth enamel is made up of the calcium phosphate, and it is and this the tooth enamel is the hardest substance in the body. Means our teeth is the hardest substance in our body, and if the pH inside the mouth decreases to 5.5, means 7 is the neutral one, and in the left hand side is the acidic one, and the right hand side is the basic one. So the decay of tooth enamel begins. Okay, like this, the decay of the tooth begins. Okay, now the bacteria which is present in our mouth degrades the sugar and left over the food particles and produce acids that remain in the mouth after eating if we will not brush. Okay, so the best way to prevent this is to clean the mouth after eating food, and to prevent this, we use the toothpaste, because toothpaste is basic in nature. Okay, so tooth decay is clear. Now, what is the pH in our digestive system? Now, this is the digestive system. So, any idea what is pH in digestive system? pH in our digestive system. Anybody? Nobody? Okay. So let me explain. See, in stomach, hydrochloric acid releases, right? Hydrochloric acid releases, है ना? In stomach, HCl releases, and what will happen if we will if we eat more if we eat more and more acid? It releases. Well, if we'll eat more and more food, then what will happen? Any idea? Anybody? then what will happen in our food? The acidity will forms, right? है ना? So to remove the acidity we use basic, because basic is only the way which can remove the acid. So to remove the acidity which um, which increases because we eat lots of food, so to remove that basic part we use the mild base to remove the acid. And what is mild base? Mild base is antacid, and antacid is a type of medicine to remove the acid. Opposite of the acid is the basic, which is antacid, and this is a type of medicine. We also drink eno, है ना? So like this, the medicine is this one. To remove the acid, we use the mild basic. So this is the mild base, the antacid. Okay. Okay. So this is the
Ma'am,
same as.
mind base. Can you explain just once again?
Okay. Yeah. See, to remove the acid, we use the base part. Like in the tooth, to remove the acid, we use the toothpaste. Toothpaste is a mild base. Means
Base.
that BAC base. Okay. Toothpaste is a basic which removes the acidic, means the bacteria from our teeth. And this is the digestive system. And here HCl means hydrochloric acid releases. If we eat a lot of food, then what will happen? The acidity forms inside our food. So to remove that acidity, we use the base part. And this is the mild base. And what is mild base? We consume the mild base, which is antacid. Acid is what? Acid is simply acid. And what is the opposite of acid? Which is antacid. This is a type of medicine which removes the acidity from our stomach. We also consume, we can also consume the baking soda. Okay, we'll mix the baking soda and the water. We can also consume that. Okay, now you got it, that how we remove the acidity, or how we remove this bacteria acid part from our from our teeth, or from our stomach. Okay, remember this, to remove the acid only base will be there. Okay, only acid can remove, sorry, only base can remove acid, nothing else. Acid cannot remove acid. Only base can remove the acid. Rudra, you got like how acidity forms and how we remove the acidity. Here, how we remove
Yes.
the acid from our teeth. Okay, Shazan, any more doubt? Any doubt?
No,
Shazan,
ma'am.
no. Now you understood. Like, can you explain me this part, the digestive system part?
Not that
Hmm.
much.
Then which one? Then which one?
I'll explain you next class.
Okay, I'll explain in the next class. Why not today? See, this
Ma'am,
is the
because I
pH
don't
and.
think I'll be able to explain.
Okay, but try. Try.
No, ma'am.
You. Okay, Rudra will explain. Rudra, will you explain this part? Rudra,
What?
will you explain this HCl part, the digestive system? Will you explain? Come on, fast. Rudra, am I audible? Can you explain me
Ma'am, for which?
this part, digestive system?
Ma'am, the acidity, right?
Yes, the acidity. This is the acidity.
So we basically have HCl in our stomach for our digestion. So
To
to
digestion, HCl
consume,
releases.
yeah, and HCl is an acid. So
Hmm.
sometimes I think this,
If you consume more food, then
yeah, so
acidity
you eat
produces.
it,
Huh.
yeah, you take an antacid, which is basically a base. So yeah.
Yes, it's a medicine.
Neutralizes it.
Yes. Okay. And only the base is there which can remove the acid, just like this and just like this. Shazan, you go through these points, then you will get to know easily what is the pH. Okay, now let me just quickly, okay, that's it.